The fifth and potentially final set of the day will be played on New Fighting Spirit. Spawning in the top left-hand position, the yellow Zerg for CJ Entis, their last hope. His name is effOrt, nicknamed the Hawkeye.
His opponent spawning in the bottom right-hand position. Not to confuse him with Sue. His name is S2 from SK Telecom T1.
Yeah.
If he wins this match, SK Telecom T1 is going to win 4-1.
Yeah, Sue and S2, they both have S's in their names. They're both Zerg players with a very similar level of skill in StarCraft2. Both have occasionally, gone into the individual leagues, and both occasionally, this guy is still sleeping. He just must have had a rough day or something, because he is out.
He's knocked out cold right now.
Yeah.
Now, between the two players, effOrt does lead against S2 6-0 overall, but in StarCraft 2, it's only 1-0.
Yeah. So
That was back in December 22nd.
Yeah. So effOrt definitely will have a bit of a mental edge here, and that's kind of his specialty in the first place, those mental games. And we do see a gas first opening from S2 here. Quite interesting. You don't see this too often in ZvZ unless it's like a 10 pool into gas or something like that.
Yeah, in fact, we don't see any drones being made. He's building a spawning pool behind us at 13.
Oh, interesting. So like kind of like a 12 gas, 12 pool. Representing, foreigners representing. Heck yeah.
So this is to catch his opponent off guard. So it's not as aggressive. It's not going to be as aggressive as Temple.
Yeah,
but he could still play a macro game behind this. But it's going to catch his opponent off guard if effOrt decides to go for the hatchery first, which is what he's doing right now.
It's also cross spawn, which means that these overlords will not see the build from our SK player in time.
Well, yeah, he's not going to see the build, but he's going to see the Zergling in time.
Yeah. Also, we do have a hatchery going down for our CJ player effOrt. He did go hatchery first, followed by the spawning pool, and then extractor. So not the greediest build, but overall a slightly greedy build.
So let's see.
There's a pretty good reaction timing there.
They should become a pro gamer.
I was thinking that they
could defend against the Hellbest really well.
Yeah, they have pro gamer reaction timing right there.
Now we do have the speed along with the Queen and 6 Zerglings out on the way from our SK Telecom T1 player. Now. So he wants to apply heavy pressure against his opponent, but let's see if he's going to go for the Baneling Nest behind this or just going to play macro game after getting a lot of Zerglings
I noticed he was getting more gas, and he didn't stop mining gas, so that we will see a Baneling Nest on the way here. 2 Zerglings moving across the map. I'm just going to do a little bit of scouting, I believe, from this part, and the Overlords, I think, are going to actually miss them here. So S2 will be able to completely surprise his opponent.
Yeah, usually the Overlord actually scouts the Zergling. He sees only 2 Zerglings, which doesn't tell anything. However, this is ZvZ, and if the Zergling moves out on the map earlier in the game, then it tips off your opponent, saying, why do you have a Zergling over there? You don't send out the Zerglings early in the game, and that's the reason why effOrt is sending out the first 2 Zerglings to scout around to see if his opponent is hiding something.
Oh my. Okay, the Lings ran away. And the Baneling Nest is complete. Speed is very close to completing as well. Baneling is on the way, 2 on the way. And I think that S2, his entire plan here is just to completely surprise his opponent. And this single Ling does spot the amount of Lings here, so instantly we have a Spine Crawler completed here. Already a Queen Wall-Off, double Queen Wall-Off here for our CJ player effOrt, and the Ling's going to immediately run away after seeing what's going on here. I actually would love to see a surround on that Spine Crawler.
Yeah, well, the 2 Queens are just so close to the Spine Crawler right now, such that he's going to lose a lot of Zerglings if he tries to go for the Spine Crawler. I think it's better to use his Banelings to bust down
a lot of
the Spine Crawlers right there.
A lot of Banelings.
Yeah, here we go. 4 Banelings just finishing right now. effOrt's Baneling is still not finished.
All right, here come the Banelings. What is their plan? Are they going to go straight for the Spine Crawler? It looks like it. The Spine instantly taken out. The Banelings getting blocked here, and they need to go after the Queens. There is no transfusions left here. The Banelings,
and nice buzz, and now the Zerglings can actually...
but the transfusion goes off.
But one
Queen falls.
The second Queen is also going to fall. The Baneling almost finished. S2 is playing with fire right now. The Baneling's just finished in time, but he pulls the Zerglings away in time.
Excellent defense here from effOrt. S2, though, he did get 2 Zerglings in the main base, and now they're pretty much even on tech. They both have speed, they both have Banelings, and the drone count is actually very similar here. The biggest difference is that S2, he does not have that natural expansion, which is going to put him pretty far behind his opponent.
Which also means that effOrt, he's eventually going to overpower his opponent with the number of Zerglings that he has.
Yeah. Oh, those Banelings placed in a sick location, but isn't able to fully utilize that to his advantage.
Yeah, in fact, S2 with the additional Zerglings, he's going to have to pull back into the main base while these Banelings over here has to do a lot of damage.
All right, so what's S2 going to do at this point? I mean, he's kind of behind. He's behind in workers. He hasn't taken his natural hatchery at all yet. And effOrt can pretty much just defend whatever S2 throws at him.
Yeah, well, S2 needs to act like he's going to take an expansion behind this, making it look like he wants to play a macro game. That's going to force effOrt to cancel the second Spine Crawler and not force many Zerglings out. And in fact, when effOrt drones up heavily, that's when S2 should go in for the one final push.
It's going to be hard for this to work, though, because effOrt, you know, he's got another Spine Crawler now, and he's been building a lot of defensive structures and units behind this. Extra Queen. The Zerglings root moving in here, though. The Banelings, though, connect. Excellent trade there for effOrt.
Yeah, but he still doesn't have that many Zerglings out, and remember, there's still a lot of Banelings behind this.
I actually just don't think this is going to work.
It's not going to work, but S2 has to make it work. That's the biggest problem. He knows that if it's a do-or-die situation for our SK Telecom T1 player.
He is balls to the walls, all in pretty much at this point. And the Banelings going in one by one. Doing a good amount of damage. One spine down.
Yeah, which means that now effOrt, he's forced to make few more Zerglings behind this, but he does have two Banelings behind this. If the second Spine Crawler goes down, then effOrt, S2 can go for the attack.
Oh, gotta be very careful there. One Baneling gets a good hit.
But that's too many queens.
effOrt's not losing any drones, and GG is called. effOrt prevents the 4-1 from happening as he holds off S2's all-in. Gotta say that it just didn't really work out that well for him.
Yeah, effOrt's defense was phenomenal. The Spine Crawler went down as soon as possible. He only saw two Zerglings, and he immediately told himself, well, that's a little bit too early, and I better have static defense at the natural. Some players try to cut the static defense as much as possible, and that's the reason why they lose so many ZvZs, because they don't invest that much into static defense.
Yeah, I felt like S2 is really trying the mind game effOrt there, but, you know, a player like effOrt, it's actually really hard to mind game him. He's the master of the mind games. So.
Yeah, so S2 knew that he was behind, but he also knew that he had to make something work. If not, he can't catch up, and effOrt was going to win the game.
Yep. So realizing he was just too far behind, there's nothing he could do but tap out there. So the score is currently 2-3. SK Telecom T1 still leading, and the next match here, set 6, it's going to be Bong versus Best. And this is going to be fun because we haven't seen either of these players recently. So stick around when we come back. PvP between Bong and Best.